Hey guys, welcome back. I am so excited for today's conversation. I'm going to share something. It is a motivational mindset principle that I first heard on a podcast probably 2 months ago, but it is going to help you elevate who you're being, what you're creating, and the way you're growing day by day by day. You're going to love this. My name is Daryl Sweeney. I want to welcome you back to another episode of Bending Time with Daryl Sweeney. This is a place where I love to challenge your thinking to give you something that you can use in your life, in your business, as a leader, and in your world to elevate, to make things better, to make things stronger. And today, I want to give you something. I want to give you a way to think about your growth. Now, let me start with the problem. The people that call me, if you call a leadership coach, if you have a conversation with somebody like me, chances are you're driven. Chances are you're always asking yourself how to get better, how to get stronger, how to grow. And chances are you're doing a lot of things to do just that. Chances are you've played with routines, morning routines, evening routines. You've played with ways to manage your time. Right? You've thought about your health. Right? People that call me are not just interested in getting better in business, but the people that want to grow as leaders, to grow at who they are as professionals, they also want to grow everywhere else in their lives. They want to grow in their relationships. They want to grow in their health. They want to grow everywhere. And so, one of the things that often happens is we take a look at where we are, we take a look at what we're up to, what we've been doing, or what we haven't been doing. And then we say, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to make a change. It's all going to look different. And so we come up with this master plan, we come up with this killer routine that is going to allow us to become the person that we want to become. And it works for a little while. And then it doesn't. And so often it doesn't because we're trying to do it all. Right? We're getting up at 5 a.m. We're meditating. We're stretching. We're getting to the gym. We're getting the work done. We've got our time blocks for emails. We're making sure that we eat right. No more fast food windows, but we're going to the grocery. We're making sure we're eating right. By the way, we want to be present with our kids and we want to be connected to our partners. So we want to make sure there's time for all that. And we put all this pressure on us to do it all every single day. And then at some point, it just crumbles. And what I found is when people stop one thing, they often stop many things. And so today, I want to give you a way to think about this that has really been cool for me to play with. And my clients have been finding a lot of value out of this too. So there's a podcast I listen to. It's called American Glutton, and it features Ethan Suplee. A famous actor. He has lost a ton of weight. He's almost 500 pounds at some point. He's down to low 200s, and he just shares stories on this podcast. And one of the characters he played on, I think it was a Netflix show or something, but was a guy that was modeled after Tom Keir. Now Tom Keir is a master combatives instructor, and so he works with some of the most impressive, most powerful teams anywhere in the U.S. military. And he has this concept that Ethan shared in this podcast, and I love it. And it's simply this: it's called kill your clone. And I want to read how it was framed for me. It says, I killed my clone. Every night you will meet, just you and your clone, and you will fight to the death. The only difference between you and your clone is the work you've done in the past 24 hours. What have you done today to kill your clone? I love this idea. Think about that. Every night at midnight, you're going to meet your clone. And the person, your clone that is sitting there staring you in the eye, is the person you were 24 hours ago. And so the question is simple. What have you done today to get 1% better, to get half a percent better, to get 0.01% better? Right? What have you done to get just a little better today so that you're in a position to kill the version of you that existed yesterday? And the idea is that if we can stack up these wins, if we can do something every day to advance who we're being, to advance how we're showing up in the world, to create what is ours to create, if we can do something every day and we stack those days on top of each other, the results will come. So often I talk about transformation, and people shy away from this idea of incremental progress. But anybody who's ever accomplished anything knows that transformation comes from stacking incremental on top of incremental on top of incremental, little shift on top of little shift on top of little shift. That's what we do in coaching. Right? That's what we do in the gym. That's what we do in entrepreneurship and the businesses we're creating. That's what we do with our leadership teams. And when we stack all of those little shifts on top of each other, there comes a day where we look up and everything's changed. It's just different. And so, my question to you is simple. What have you done today? Already, whenever you're watching this video, what have you done today, or what will you do today to make sure that you're able to kill your clone from yesterday, that you're a little bit better than the version of you that showed up yesterday? If you haven't done something already, make a commitment right now to do something to get that much better. Read a book, listen to a podcast. Maybe it's this thought, maybe it's watching this video, maybe this is the thing today that helps you be a little bit better. And maybe it's a conversation with a colleague, maybe it's getting that workout in, maybe it's choosing a healthy meal for dinner, right? But what is it for you? What are you going to do today to kill the version of you that will be waiting at midnight? My invitation is to go out there and get intentional about killing your clone. Every night you will meet just you and your clone, and you will fight to the death. The only difference between you and your clone is the work you've done in the past 24 hours. What are you doing today to kill your clone?